Welcome everyone. I see people are coming into the room, so we'll give them all a few minutes, but welcome to our webinar on Portugal, the first European country that's going to be open for your travelers from the US and Canada. So I'm gonna give it all one more minute before we start. Thank you all. I'm going to start it in just a minute. I just want to mention to all the participants that if you have questions, please put them in the question and answer section versus the chat, and then the different hotels can respond. We are going to have them all do presentations, and then immediately after their presentation, you can ask some questions about that property. And I think I'm going to start. So welcome everyone, and welcome to Portugal. So first of all, my quick 30-second intro on Relais Chateaux, just to remind all of you, we're an association of hotels and restaurants around the world. We have 585, we're in 65 countries around the world. And the one thing that really sets Relais Chateaux apart from other organizations like us is, first of all, we are an association. So every hotel is independent and independently owned and operated. A large number are still family owned. But the other thing is Relais Chateaux is all about promoting the diversity of hospitality and the diversity of the countries that we are in, including the cuisine. So when you send your guests to Relais Chateaux, they are going to be experiencing the authentic of the individual countries that they go to. Do want to remind you again that we have a toll-free number in the USA and Canada. You can also use them to help put together itineraries. And you can also email them at rcusa and use relaischateaux.com for bookings. Our GDS code is WB. The best place to get any information on Relais Chateaux is actually relaischateaux.com. You have every member listed, and you have access to the best, like about 15,000 images of our hotels and restaurants around the world. And we also have award-winning apps for iPhone, iPad, and Android. The Android app was just launched within the last 2 months. Did want to mention the travel agency portal. All of our hotels are available through this for bookings, but also there's specific content that consumers do not see on the portal. For instance, if you are members of a specific consortia, your consortia rates should be available on the portal also. You can register on it just by clicking on the bottom of the Relais Chateaux screen under travel agent, and then use your IATA and your email. So the little history of Relais Chateaux: we are an association, as I mentioned, and we were formed in 1954. And 8 hotels in France that were scattered between Paris and the French Riviera came together and united under the slogan La Route du Bonheur, which is the road to happiness. These 8 properties were the original itinerary for Relais Chateaux. It was right after the war. The car was becoming more and more popular for people to take trips, and people would hop in a car and leave Paris and drive south. And they would spend perhaps one day at one hotel, then the next day to another one, and then they'd finally end up. We still have these route de bonheurs, these itineraries, and on our website, just so you know, there's 138 itineraries around the world. And these itineraries are just suggestive. You can contact your Relais Chateaux salesperson or our voice, or even our individual hotels, and they can help you put together the perfect itinerary for your clients. I also want to mention, if you can see right now, one new thing on the website which just launched is we have a color coding so you know which Relais Chateaux properties are open and which ones are temporarily closed. So the ones that are open are showing up as green. The ones that are closed are red. And now let's go back specifically to Portugal. This is how you can see right now, some of our hotels in Portugal have opened over the last few weeks. Other ones are opening this weekend. So they are still showing red on the map. So in Portugal, Relais Chateaux has 8 members. 7 of them are hotels, and then 1 is a freestanding restaurant. And this is just a quick map to show you what we're going to go over today. We're going to start up north in the greater Porto area, move down to the greater Lisbon area, then down to the Algarve, and finally to Madeira. And at the end of this webinar, although this won't happen during the webinar, it'll happen immediately after, every attendee that is present at the end will be entered in this drawing. And this is a great prize. Our hotels are giving 2 nights for 2 persons in each of the 7 hotel properties in Portugal for accommodation and breakfast. So this is 14 nights in total. This is a huge 2-week trip to Portugal to one of you on this call. It's going to be valid starting September 1st of this year through March 31st, 2022. It is based on availability, and there are blackouts, including the very high season of next summer and then some of the holidays. But there's a great amount of time that this wonderful prize can be redeemed. So my quick 2 seconds on Belcanto. Belcanto is the Relais Chateaux restaurant in central Lisbon. It is a 2 Michelin star and has been voted one of the 50 best restaurants in the world. And they are opening on July 1st. And that's a great segue into everything else, because Portugal itself will open to American and Canadian travelers without restrictions on July 1st for continental Portugal. And then I believe we'll wait to see what the islands have some different rules than the main portion of it, but I'm sure that'll be covered by our hotel in Madeira. So now we're gonna move onward. We're gonna start in Yeatman, at the Yeatman in Porto. And Rui, it's your turn. You have to unmute yourself, I think.
Hi everyone, just sharing my screen. There we go. Hi everyone, welcome to Portugal. We're starting off in Porto, one of the oldest cities in Europe, a UNESCO heritage site, and I'm here to present the Yeatman. I'm the head of sales. I see here some very familiar names. Some of you have already been here. Most of you have sold the Yeatman, so just a bit of a refresh on the property. So as I was mentioning, we're in Porto. So before all this happened, these were the flights that we had to Porto and Lisbon. I'm confident that they'll remain the same, but still to be confirmed. The flight to Porto is confirmed. It's a daily flight. The ones to Lisbon, I know that some are still a bit uncertain this time. So Porto is about 2.5 hours from Lisbon, and we're right there next to the Atlantic Ocean and the Douro River. I'll just start off by mentioning the 3 certificates that we have in terms of health and safety. So as some of you might have heard, Portugal was the first country in the whole world to have a seal of approval for safety measures against COVID-19. It's clean and safe. It's issued by the Portuguese Tourism Board, Tourism de Portugal, and we were amongst the first hotels in Portugal to have it. We also have the Safe Travels seal of approval by the World Travel and Tourism Council, and the Safe Stay by the American Hotel and Lodging Association. The Safe Travels is the seal that Virtuoso uses for most of their properties, so it's very important for the American market. The Yeatman reopened on June the 5th, so last week. All the services at the hotel are fully working. Obviously, there's still some things are not 100% up and running, but that has to do with some restrictions that the Portuguese government still has in place. But Fingers crossed that by July 1st, they will all be gone and we'll be able to reopen fully, with the exception of some things like, for example, the buffets or um, the spa, which won't be running as usual. But I mean, that's without being told. So just a few highlights of the hotel: 109 rooms with all the different room types we have. We have 14 pairs of connecting rooms and 2 handicap accessible rooms. And these are just some of the consortia that we're a part of: Virtuoso, Signature, Select Hotel and Resorts, TravelMate, uh, Visa and American Express, but that's consumer only, Travel Savers, and we're also members of the preferred partner program with Relais Chateaux. And I know that some of you are also a part of this program, so you'd have complimentary breakfast and some extra amenities as part of this preferred partner program. And now just to go through the main highlights of the property. Obviously, the view is one of our unique selling points. We're just down by the river in Old Town Gaia. So Porto is on the other side of the river, and we're on the Gaia side where all the port wine cellars are. We're on the historical district of Gaia. You can see the river from every single room and public area within the hotel. So this view you have here in this photo is the exact view you have from every single room and from every single public area within the hotel. The historical part of Porto is about 15-minute walk downhill from the hotel. So it's very convenient. It's, in my opinion, and not because I work here, it is one of the best places to be while in Porto. Here you have the view from our outside terrace. That's the sunset. Right now, we have very long hours of sun. The sun doesn't set until close to 10 p.m., so it's perfect to enjoy the city during the day and then come back for dinner. We have a 2-star Michelin restaurant by Chef Ricardo Costa, who you can see there. He's a very famous and renowned chef in Portugal. And other than this restaurant, we also have another restaurant that's a la carte, open for lunch and dinner. And we also serve light meals at the pool bar in summer, so between May and October. So that's your entry level room. You can see that there's a terrace, so 90% of our rooms have terraces overlooking the river. The ones that don't have terrace have a Juliet balcony. We can have rooms with either king size or 2 queen size beds, some with hardwood floors like this one, others with carpet floors, although it's hypoallergenic carpet. It's a fully furnished terrace with chairs and tables and 2 lounge chairs as well. That's a junior suite. This one is a corner suite, so it has a very nice corner terrace. That's a deluxe suite with the canopy bed and light green color, very classical. This is another deluxe suite in a different color scheme. And the ones of you that have sold the even before, you know that all of our rooms are unique. They all have different layouts, different colors. So I usually advise you to go on our website and have a look on a few of the different rooms, or have your clients go and see some of the rooms, and then tell us which room they like the most, so we can try and get them in that room, although we cannot guarantee 100%. This is one of our best-selling room. It's a master suite with a oak barrel as a bed. It's an actual wine barrel, so you get to sleep in a barrel. It's a different master suite. This one. This is the artist suite. It's a one-of-a-kind suite. This one has about 1,800 square feet of area. The smallest room we have is about 350 square feet of area. Waka suite, which I like to call our honeymoon suite, with a high floors and open floor concept. It has a very nice jacuzzi made out of copper, a revolving bed, 2 fireplaces. and the pièce de la résistance, our presidential suite, with it's a 2-bedroom suite with a wine barrel as a bed. This one has a sky window, so you press a button and the top part opens up, and you can see the stars and enjoy the sunrise and the sunsets from the comfort of your bed. It has an amazing view of the city of Porto and the Douro River, plus a private pool, private garden, and about 2,200 square feet of area. So it's a beautiful, beautiful room. That's outside of the room. And we have our Vinotherapie Spa by Caudalie. Caudalie is a very well-known brand from France. They specialize in treatments using wine and grapes. And being in a wine destination, being a wine hotel, we thought it made perfect sense to have a wine spa as well. It has 10 treatment rooms. Most of them overlook the river, indoor pool, a jacuzzi, and over 22,000 square feet of area. And that's all I have. Now we're driving about 20 to 30 minutes up north
Rui,
to Casa da Calçada.
Rui, just one question, just one thing. So Nancy Merrill has her hand up. If she could put some in the Q&A section, if she has a question, Nancy, if you have a question for Rui, you can put it there. You should be able to see it. Yeah, any of you can just, if you have a question, just type it in the question and answer section.
Oh, hi, Rennie. Hi, Kate.
Oh. So Helen's asking, are there amenities for children?
Yes, we do have, we're a child-friendly hotel. We have a kids club. We don't have a kids pool, but the pool is not too deep. And we do have special amenities for children. Every time there's a check-in with children, we place a basket of popcorn, some children's slippers, the robe, etc. And then we have a lot of activities within the hotel and close by for children. Porto is pretty much all year-round destination for all kinds of ages, not just for people that are into wine, but also for children, honeymooners, etc.
Okay, and then Rani just asked. She just said she's curious about the travel restrictions because she wasn't there at the very beginning. On July 1, Portugal is opened for residents of the USA and Canada, so there will be no restrictions in a couple weeks. So hope that answers the question. So let's go ahead and now, I'm sorry, now you can move on.
Hello, my name is Mariana, and I will share my screen. Just a little bit. Okay. Is it okay? So I'm very glad to be here and to present to you the Casa da Calçada in the village of Amarante. Sorry. So for some of you that might not know Amarante, as you can see in this picture, it's a small village in the north of Portugal, sited by the Tâmega River. It's very quiet and has this amazing fairy tale energy. So the first time I visited Amarante, I just fell in love with the city, with all the colors of the river and the pure nature. It's unique, and the architecture, it's beautiful. It looks like something you have seen in a movie. At your right side, you have that yellow building. As you can see, it's an important building in the landscape of this place, and that is Casa da Calçada. If you don't know where Amarante is, you for sure know Lisbon or in Porto. So it is 3 hours by car from Lisbon and only 40 minutes away or 30 minutes away if you drive fast from Porto. Amarante is surrounded by another 2 important cities. It's Guimarães and Braga. The clients use Amarante as a quiet place to stay and take advantage of the location to visit more than one city. So Casa da Calçada, it's inside this amazing palace that was built in the 16th century, and it remains timeless. Our clients can enjoy a journey through the ancient times and experience a unique stay with a unique service. Here you can see some common areas of the hotel. The lady serving the tea, of course, now she wears some gloves. The room with the pool table and the games will be turning into a kids cinema room. And a happy couple you see grabbing and choosing our wine selection won't be holding a paper menu. We actually have all the menus into QR codes programs or iPads. We use a lot of the balcony to do the breakfast and also some cocktail parties, sunset parties that we organize in the summer. We also have our clean and safe stamp. And we have this partnership with the clinic 24 hours available for the clients. So our hotel has only 30 rooms. The executive room, it's more standard and like you see here, luxury room, superior luxury, which is the perfect place with the balcony to have like a late breakfast or enjoy a glass of wine or, well, in the afternoon. The executive suites and the presidential suite with also the balcony. We are mainly recognized by our Michelin star restaurant that we have kept since 2006, even with all the changes with the chefs. Currently, our chef is Chef Tiago, and it has been amazing to work with him. He's just very good, mind-blowing and delicious food that he creates. He's really brilliant. This is not our only restaurant. Canto Redondo has this simpler menu. At lunch, we serve executive menus, only 16 euros per person. And at night, we serve, well, the usual snacks like pizzas, burgers, and salads. As you would expect in a palace like this, surrounded by all the nature and the river, we have are very strong in our social meetings and events. We have provided a lot of special and happy and unforgettable days. Here you see some things that we can do in Amarante. As I told you, this is a unique village. Known by the view and all this connection to the river where people can just relax on a boat ride or have a bicycle ride, for example. The village is also known for this amazing pastry, which I confess I am the biggest fan. I cannot resist to anything that adds egg yolks and sugar together. So our clients can actually sign up to workshops and learn more about these sweets. Also, Amarante is known for being the first region from the green wine routes, and we actually have our own vine that you can visit, and we produce our own wine. So the clients could experience a wine tasting or sign up for a workshop with Chef Tiago, or of course, relax all day in the pool. So this actually is my favorite part because Amarante is not this amazing surrounded nature that our clients can explore. So we work side by side with some companies that organize extreme sports, private tours, Tâmega River at the Tâmega River, cycling tours, hiking through Serra do Marão, jeep rides through the forest. So Amarante, it's not only a place where you can just relax by the pool or visit the city, but also has this amazing surrounded nature that you can catch some fresh air. And this is our brand of wine that we produce in our vines. This is all that I was going to say. Now we are driving 3 hours through Valverde. I guess it's Valverde. Yes, Alto Valverde. I don't know how to. Okay.
So good afternoon. Let me share my. Okay. Sorry, it's not here. Can you see it?
Not.
Can you see it?
It's partially cut. We can only see part of it. You need to full screen it, I think, Sandra.
But it was full screen. Sorry, I have to do it again. I will just one moment. Sorry for that. Give me just one moment more, please.
Why you're doing that? There's just one question about the rafting in Amarante. What months do you raft in, Mariana?
Sorry, yes, it's usually better from November, if I'm not wrong, from November to May. So between the summer, it's very slow. The river is very slow.
Oh.
Okay, but you have another things that you can do. We have kayak as well, jeep rides, hiking. Well, another kind of sports that you can do outside.
Okay, thanks, Mariana. So,
Can you see it now, David?
Sandra, there is stuff on the side, so we're not seeing it full screen. We have.
I do not understand why. I'm sorry for that. I just tried it in the morning. It was okay. Let me see. It's now better. You see it?
Yes, that's perfect.
Okay. So, welcome to Lisbon. I'm sorry for these short minutes. So, welcome to Valverde Hotel. Just explain a little bit about the Valverde. This is a small property with only 22 rooms. We opened in September 2014, almost 6 years ago, in the middle of Avenida da Liberdade. Avenida da Liberdade is the main avenue of Lisbon, where all luxury shops are located, 5 minutes walking distance to almost everywhere in Lisbon, and only 15 minutes driving from Lisbon Airport. The concept of Valverde Hotel was to have a place where guests, like a house, where we could welcome our guests, and at the same time, they felt in Lisbon. All the design of the hotel, just one moment. So this is a little bit to show you the design of the hotel. All the design of the hotel was done like a house. The designers of the Valverde Hotel, they are Portuguese, they are from Oporto, and they usually do houses. So they did the hotel as they were doing a house. So you will find many details, many unique details, many details that were exclusively done for us, and other pieces that were acquired in auctions. So you will find unique pieces in every place of the hotel. In the lobby room, you will have unique pieces of art. In the rooms is the same thing. For example, here you have some different room types. We have 6 room types for such a small hotel. But it has to do with the structure of the building. This is a building from the end of 19th century that was restored. So they took advantage of the building itself. And if you see, for example, each room has a different table beside the bed, a different lamp. So all these pieces, as it was a unique room done especially for you when you were there. And then, talking a little bit of the restaurant, we have a small restaurant as the rest of the hotel. It's Portuguese cuisine with some international touches, but I cannot talk about our restaurant without talking about the chef. The chef is a Portuguese woman, a young woman, but her parents are from Cape Verde, so she has Cape Verdean roots. Actually, she learned to cook with her father. So all this passion that she has, that she had from her father, and you really feel it in her cuisine. She's a very nice girl. She likes to come to welcome all the guests whenever it's possible. She comes to the table to welcome all the guests and talk a little bit about what she has to offer. And this is also a little bit of the restaurant, what it is now. A small restaurant we used to have now. When we are open, we hope to have it again. 4 times a week, live music in the hotel. 2 times a week, Tuesdays and Saturday evening, we have Fado evenings, which is our Portuguese national music. It's something very emotional. And it is the dinner usually as exclusive Portuguese menu. And we also have jazz and bossa nova on Sundays with our brunch. And now we have also a happy hour on Friday. The idea of the happy hour on Friday at the end of the day was to bring people from the city, the locals, and to come to the hotel and link with our guests. It's a moment when we invite all our guests to be together and also some locals of the city. And then we come to the special place that we have in the hotel. This is our courtyard, our patio. We have a courtyard in the middle of the hotel. Why the idea of the courtyard? Usually in the past, all the buildings in Lisbon, they used to have a courtyard. And it was the place where people used to meet, to have a coffee, to have a glass of wine, to listen to fado, to dance. It was a place just to be. And we decided to bring a little bit of what was Lisbon in the past, because this is the soul of the city. We hope we'll be able to do it again, and we're sure you will be able to do it again. And this is the place, usually it's open all year round, but during the winter it's difficult because it's cold, at least for us. But during the summer it's the place where all the people want to be. We do the live music outside in the courtyard as well, and this is really a magical place. Yeah. And now, what's happening with the Valverde Hotel? At this moment, we do not have exactly dates to the opening of the hotel. We are just seeing how the things are developing in Lisbon. There are not many requests at this moment in Lisbon. We understand it's a city. And at the same time, we are going through an expansion project. 2 years after the opening of the hotel, the owner bought another building. And then, which is on the other side of the hotel, and he decided to increase the size of the hotel. And we are almost at the end of this expansion project. So we think by beginning of September, we'll have all the hotel ready, and we are going to have 48 rooms. So we're going to be from 22 to 48 rooms. Yeah, and I will show you. And this is a little bit, I do not have yet nice pictures to show you, but what's going to happen with the hotel. We're going to have 48 rooms. We're going to have a bigger restaurant because the restaurant now it's not so big. And where is the restaurant now? It's going to be a bar, a lounge. So you can have meals there as well, but it's going to bar, and then we're going to have a bigger restaurant. And we're going to have an outdoor pool above the restaurant and a wellness center with a gymnasium, a massage room, and a jacuzzi. I do not know if you understand. So the patio will be in the middle of the building. So the pool, people in the pool will be able to see the patio. People in the patio will not be able to see people in the pool because the pool is the only place which is not really open to the public, and wellness center as well. It will be only available for our guests. And that's it. That is Valverde Hotel. And now 30 minutes from the hotel, you drive and you're going to the beach to Guincho, Fortaleza do Guincho.
Thank you, Sandra.
Thank you.
Sorry. David, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Let me just hold on a second. Here it is. Okay. So good afternoon, everybody, or good morning. So my name is Mariana, and I'm the sales director of Fortaleza do Guincho. Fortaleza do Guincho, it's a small boutique hotel, very well located and really close to Lisbon, as Sandra said. The hotel is located in a natural park, and we are just in front of the beach. And at the same time, we are built in the fortress from the 17th century. Just to give you a better feeling of our location, on that slide, you have our location, as well as some of the most important points to visit. So we are located in Guincho area. You can find it on the left side at the bottom, that's Guincho area. So being with us, you can discover the whole region and make a great combination between the countryside, the beach, the cultural life, and the gastronomy. I'm just going to point out a few places. Sintra, which is like 20 minutes away from us, a UNESCO World Heritage. We are like 20 to 30 minutes from Lisbon City. Lisbon International Airport is about 40 minutes driving, and the closest village to us, that would be Cascais. Cascais is a fishing village, and from Cascais to our property it takes about 5 minutes. That's why we recommend our guests to have a car in order to enjoy the region. But if not, that's not really a problem, since we can either to provide a private driver or to provide a car. So that's about the region, and that's right now I want to give you a feeling about the property itself. As I said, we are built in the fortress from the 17th century. And on that slide, you can see some exterior views, but I would like mainly to take your attention to the picture we have on the right side at the bottom, which is our lobby area. That's once you get in the property, that's what you will find. On the next slide again, I want to give you again a feeling of the property itself, okay? So as you can see, we do have a very classic decoration, a very cozy decoration. So guests staying with us for 2 or 3 days, they really feel at home. And that's what we try and can do very easily, because we only have 27 rooms. Just another information about the building, we only have 2 floors, the ground floor and the first floor. On the ground floor, we have all the public areas and some rooms. On the first floor, we only have rooms. So that's our main restaurant. It is our gastronomic restaurant, awarded with 1-star Michelin, open at lunchtime and dinner time on a daily basis. Just to point out, the view you have on that picture of the restaurant, it's the view you'll get in all the public areas of the hotel. Apart from that, we do have another informal restaurant open all day from 11 a.m. until 10 p.m. And walking distance from the hotel, we do have quite a few options. In terms of rooms, we have 4 types of rooms. Our lowest category are the courtyard rooms. Those rooms, they are located on the ground floor. They are quite small and they are facing the beach. The follow category would be superior rooms. Those ones are located on the first floor with a nice view overlooking the ocean. And then we do have our junior suites. Junior suites, they do have a frontal sea view. So if you really want to enjoy the view, I would recommend to book a junior suite. Just to finish with our rooms, rooms are all very similar in terms of decoration. The main difference they have, it is the size and the view. Apart from that, they are really very similar. In here, you have some of the venues available in the property. And in here, some of the activities you can do around the property, really close, talking about 5 to 10 minutes walking. Apart from that, we have already some programs we have set, and they are all customized, and they are available on the Relais Chateaux website. So if you want to see them, just have a look to the Relais Chateaux website and you'll find them. And to end my presentation, I just wanted to say that first of all, we'll be open on July 1st. We have, as well as Rui already told, that clean and safe stamp. And besides of that, all the staff, we have followed a training course to know how to deal with the moment we're living right now. But we believe that we have put together all the conditions to offer to all our clients a very pleasant stay. And that's it for today. That's my presentation. My name is Mariana Franco. If you have any questions, please come back to me. I will be more than happy to answer to your questions. Thank you very much for your time. David, are you there?
Yes, we're heading down to the Algarve.
Okay.
Michael, yeah.
Mariana, can I ask you to...
Oh, sorry.
I got it.
Done.
Thank you.
David has done it for me. Sorry.
So, hello everyone. My name is Michael Prisner, and I represent the Grand House in Eastern Algarve in Portugal. First of all, thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate that you take your precious time to learn more about Portugal and our hidden gems. What I'm going to showcase you is maybe what is considered today like the new Puglia of Portugal. A little bit how Puglia was discovered 50 years ago, a completely undiscovered gem, very less crowded, and for many travel designers, maybe the biggest discovery in Europe the last year. So I'm going to guide you through a little bit what makes this property so unique and special, not only in Spain, I would say in whole the Iberian Peninsula, and also of course what makes this region so unique. As you can see, we are very happy members of Relais Chateaux, but also we are part of other different consortia programs, which I'm happy to explain later on. So we are actually located on the border of Spain, in the really eastern part of Algarve, in a little region called Villarreal de Sant Antonio. So if you look at the map on the bottom here, we are actually on the border of Spain, only 90 minutes from Sevilla. So we've seen that many clients coming from America and Canada and South America, they do more like a twin trip, maybe arriving to Lisbon or to Madrid, and from Madrid they go down to Sevilla and continue to us, and then they continue to the rest of Portugal. So it's become one of our actually unique selling points that you can combine our destinations between two countries. So the Sevilla airport is only 90 minutes away. However, the closest international airport is obviously Faro. And maybe as you've seen, Faro will be the first international airport that will be open for international guests. And that's what many tour operators and agents are targeting to send clients more to the south. And maybe you also know that both Forbes magazine and Condé Nast Traveler have selected Algarve as the first post-COVID destination worldwide for both American and Canadians, due to the amazing performance of almost very few cases of coronavirus in the whole region. So moving forward, the Grand House is a little house, I would say, inside Villarreal de San Antonio. It's actually the oldest property in whole Algarve. It opened in 1926. And we come also, as you can see there, with a very special and unique beach club. This beach club, when it opened 1.5 years ago, became a little bit like the place to go and to be seen among Portuguese people and also Spanish people, which you will understand later on when I show you some pictures. But look at this picture here right now. We're actually very close to a huge, well, I would say, let's call it a smaller national park, but with huge beaches that are completely untouched. And what is unique here, and also what I have answered in one of the questions here that come up, this little region in Eastern Algarve is actually enjoying a little bit more of Mediterranean climate. As being close to the Spanish border, we are affected very much about the Gulf Stream from Cadiz. So the temperature here is many times 5 to 10 degrees Celsius higher than the rest of Portugal. So it's very pleasant to also come here in November, December, January, February. So it's a quite big difference to the rest of Portugal, actually. This is the little city, and as you can see, it's made out of a huge grid system of streets and squares. And in Portugal, many Portuguese people refer to as Little Lisbon, because both cities were destroyed at the same time by earthquakes, fires, and small tsunamis. And it was actually rebuilt by the same architect who rebuilt Lisbon. He also rebuilt this little town. But obviously we don't suffer of turismo di massa. There is no McDonald's and Starbucks here. This is really Portugal profunda, Portugal authentic, a little bit how Portugal used to be in the 70s and 80s. And if you talk to Portuguese DMCs and the Portuguese themselves, they love this kind of let's say, authentic regions that you can still find in Portugal. As I mentioned, the Grand House was actually the first hotel that opened in Algarve in 1926. And the whole concept is very much authentic and based on the Roaring Twenties, this Belle Epoque style when it was born. Maybe you know that it was actually here in this region where the Portuguese invented the tins and the cans where you ship mackerels and other things inside. And that was just after the First World War. And the manufacturers started to do business with big distributors in America and Russia and China and so on. And when they came here, there were literally no hotels. They had to sleep on the fishermen boats and the houses. So they actually came together and created the first hotel in Algarve as a business hotel. This is a quite unique little detail. So what you can see here among the pictures, you're going to see a concept hotel which is quite different to maybe what you're used to in Portugal. It's made only by women. It's very romantic, very stylish, very très chic, as you say. And it's, as I said, it's very much based on this interior design and concept from the Roaring Twenties. Everything is handmade by local artisans, and people have been engaged very much by the local community to rebuild, let's say, the historical heritage that they have in this beautiful village. As you can see, all rooms are very pretty, very unique in style, very strong character, a lot of light. Many rooms either go to the marina and to the sea or to the city itself. In general, we have 30 rooms. In general, we have 33 kinds of categories, but they're all between 20, 25 up to 50 square meters, more or less. And I just go through some of the rooms so you have an idea about the style and the concept. As I said, it's very tranquil, soft, very romantic. And for me, a little bit like the future of our business. As all of the properties of Relais Chateaux, we also put a lot of emphasis in gastronomy. We have a gastronomic restaurant on site of the property, which is open both for lunch and dinner. And on top of that, we also have an amazing, let's say, a little bit more casual restaurant on our beach club. The beach club is only 5 minutes away, where we offer transfer for our guests. And it is really at the mouth of the river. So it's a beautiful setting where you actually can see how the river is clashing into the ocean. It comes with an infinity pool. But however, here the style reminds a little bit more of this kind of barefoot luxury boho style, which maybe you will refer more to maybe Santorini or Mykonos or Ibiza. And it has had a huge success, not only among our clients, but also among the local community and let's say high society coming from Lisbon when they're spending the time here in the southern part of Algarve. As you can see, the style is a bit different. We have some nice music here, DJs, and the cuisine, as mentioned, is a bit more casual. And it's, yeah, it's a very nice place to hang out if you don't do nice excursions or hang out in our hotel. So what I would like to highlight, Villarreal San Antonio is very much for clients that has been around, that are now looking a little bit more, let's say, for meaningful experiences that are more authentic, more genuine, to run away from what I call the mass tourism and destinations. And I think we all agree this is a little bit where we go right now in our world. The city itself is just full with local pretty stores with, you know, the typical avo or grandmothers or grandfathers giving, you know, local services where you can find this really kind of priceless meaningful holidays, which sometimes today is quite difficult to experience. And then you're surrounded with what I think is some of the most authentic parts of Portugal, with beautiful little villages, villages that reminds a little bit what you have on the other side in Andalusia, these pueblos blancos or white villages. And yeah, and then as I said, many of our clients, they do daily excursions also to Sevilla or Ayamonte in Spain, or they combine it with the hidden gems of authentic villages around our property. And what to see and what to do here. We have really tried to create some very, very special and authentic experiences for our guests. For example, I love the tuna diving here. The region is famous for its oysters and tuna farms. And it's such a unique experience to dive with the tunas and then maybe combine it with a picnic with champagne and tuna. And then this is the only spot in the world actually where you can cross a border with a zip line between Spain and Portugal. And you don't know how many Americans and Canadians have done that like 2-3 times. And the oldest couple we had were actually 90 and 93 years old, and they just loved it. It's actually one of our best sellers. And this is actually a half-day tour or an excursion that we can usually organize for your clients. And then around the corner, just 5 minutes away from the property, we have Castro Marim, which is world famous for its salt. And they're actually a happy provider to the White House in America. And but what is really, really cool here are the natural salt pounds or spa, which is actually the oldest one in Portugal. Reminds a little bit about the experience of the Dead Sea in Israel. But however, here we combine it also with spa treatments, but it's very on a local and authentic level. Then, of course, you can do tailor-made beach horse riding. If you travel with family, this is really fun, combined with picnic. However, I would like to finish with is maybe one of the most top experiences, not only in Spain or Portugal, I would say in Europe. Ria Formosa, it's an amazing delta, UNESCO site. And we call it more like the Caribbean of Europe. Nowhere in Europe will you find sandbags and water like this with these color schemes, which is completely precious and unique. And here we organize very tailor-made trips for your clients where they go on very flat boats and visiting the oyster farms, the tuna farms or the fishermen villages. They can stay, if they want the whole day on the sandbanks here, we organize a picnic. It's really one of the top experiences in whole Portugal. Once again, if you're looking for more the authentic, genuine part of Portugal. Yeah, I've already explained a bit about the USPs of the Grand House in Algarve, in Eastern Algarve. Once again, I very much would like to mention that we are very close to Sevilla, which always makes us as a nice combination between two nice regions. We have some offers that I know that Paul is going to share with you later on for you guys. And last but not least, we have the same measurements as all our member hotels and in the Relais Chateaux when it comes to safe and clean measurement. So thank you so much for your attention, and yeah, I'm happy to answer.
Michael, we have 3 quick questions because we are running a little over right now. Are there any family rooms or connecting rooms?
Yes, we have family rooms in all floors. However, they are not connected, but however, they are on the side of each other, and they are like in each part of each hall. So it's more like to have your own area in each part of the floor.
Okay, and then do you provide transfers to the beach club?
Yes, we do. It takes only 5 minutes to go there.
And are you open year round?
We are open all year round, and as I said, we will open our hotel now next Friday on the 19th of June again. Which we were
okay, and when you open, will the rooftop open?
That will open at the end of the summer.
Okay, yeah, because social distancing. Okay, great.
Thank you so much. And now we move on to the beautiful Bella Vista and Elsa. And it's only 45 minutes away from our beautiful hotels. It's a fantastic combination.
Great. Elsa, it's all yours. You're going to have to unmute yourself.
Well, hello, good afternoon. My name is Elsa, and it's a pleasure to bring to you the Bella Vista Hotel and Spa, Well, as you can see here from this first image here on the screen, we are located in this beautiful, beautiful scenery. So with wide views to the ocean, isolated with this beautiful golden sand, these beautiful gardens. So it's very romantic, the perfect setting. So we have the privilege to have this wide open view to the Atlantic Ocean. We are located in one of the most emblematic spots of the Algarve region, which is called Praia da Rocha. So we have, we are walking distance from the town and from various locations here from the property. So in terms of location, as you can see here by the image on the screen, if guests are arriving from Lisbon, for example, it's a 2.5-hour driving distance. If they are arriving from Seville, for example, it's pretty much the same distance. Or if they are arriving from the regional airport in Faro, well, let's say 40 minutes driving distance. So as you can see, we are very, very well located in terms of driving distances from the main cities. In terms of history of the hotel, well, I could spend hours talking to you about the history of the hotel because it's so beautiful and so interesting due to its connection to the development of the city and the region. What I can tell you right now is that this property was built in 1918. It was owned by a wealthy traditional Portuguese family. And then later in the 30s, it was turned into a hotel. So it was one of the first hotels of the region. And I can tell you that back in the days and also now as well, only the crème de la crème of the society, so artists, politicians stayed here in the hotel. So what you see here are some details of the decor inside the main building. So what you see here in terms of woodwork and the tiles, they are all original and they were preserved until the present day with much love. This piano that you see here on this picture here, for example, was gifted to the hotel back in the 40s by one of the honorable guests that the hotel had. Here you can see this fireplace, also original, all these details here. So you have the old and the new, the modern and the classic and the chic vibe waiting for our guests. In terms of rooms and suites, well, I can tell you that the Bella Vista has 3 different buildings with different decor themes, etc. We have 38 rooms and they are distributed within these 3 buildings. The 3 buildings are the main building, which we call the Palace, which was built in 1918. We then have the second oldest building of the property, which was built in the 30s, and we call it the Blue House. It's like a vintage 30s beach house, very nice. And then we also have the modern wing of the property, which we call the Garden House, which was built in the early 2000s. And all 20 rooms in this building have balconies, and most of all these rooms have ocean view. We have a Michelin star restaurant. It's the Vista restaurant. What you see here on the screen at the moment is actually the terrace, so the view that you have from this restaurant. We open this terrace actually twice a day. We open it for breakfast and also in the evening for the Michelin star restaurant. So what we see here is, well, the colleagues preparing for the evening service. So I can tell that our restaurant features all authentic flavors, and it's inspired in the traditional and Mediterranean cuisine. Our chef is very keen on sustainability, so you will see that the decoration features also all of that themes. And we only work with local producers, local flavors, so daily fresh products. If the guests don't feel like having the Michelin star experience, we also have other options. We have by the pool our terrace, our bistro bar, and also here, and this is in the main building, we have the main bar open for light meals all day long. This that you see here on the screen, I believe it's the area where guests spend most of their time here in the hotel. It's the pool, and the pool features heated water. But of course, the main feature of this pool is, well, the area, which is very wide and open. But while the guests are enjoying the pool, they're also enjoying the view because it looks directly to the beach and the Atlantic Ocean. So usually, and it happens all the time, if the guests are enjoying the view and they want to go downstairs to the beach, it's a matter of moments because they can descend through these steps that you see here on the left-hand side. So it's a short moment walking distance to get their feet on the sand and to dive on the Atlantic Ocean. We also have a spa by the French brand L'Occitane, and it's the only spa by the brand in Portugal. In terms of experiences, well, adding to everything that the guests can experience inside the property, our location is very useful in terms of, for example, if the guests want to just to sightseeing, to see other towns, if they have historical interests, or if they want to see something more picturesque, because here in this region we have little towns, little fisher towns that are very, very unique and interesting. So, and everything is like 15, 30 minutes driving distance. So we are very, very close to everything. And then again, because we are in the coastal area, of course, if you are here, one of the things that you must do is to have a boat trip. We usually recommend Ponte da Piedade and Benagil because these locations are exquisite in terms of landscape, in terms, you know, of what nature does, and it's something that you will never forget. So the guests only have to tell us at what time, how many people, what kind of boat, for how long, and we take care of everything. Apart from that, we are also near to golf courses, and they can spend the day with the chef on some fishing activities, so lots of things to do. And we are walking distance to the leisure harbor, so it's very, very easy. In terms of the COVID-19 situation, well, we also have the clean and safe certification by the Turismo de Portugal. Well, our hotel, because we have these 3 buildings, already promotes this distancing or privacy between our guests. Of course, we are adding some suggestions and implementations that were provided by the Portuguese health organizations and the World Health Organization as well. So it was very easy for us at the same time to implement all these measures, and I'm sure our guests will feel very safe here with us. And especially for this occasion, and it's something that you are going to have more information about. So as you know, you can book through the platform or directly with us. Here we took the liberty to put here some add-ons to your reservations, as you can see here. We also have some special offers which are going live any moment now on the platform, and your commissions. And the conditions, so nowadays, well, because of this situation, all the hotels are, you know, taking these concerns with the cancellation policies. And of course, we are also being flexible about that, as you can see here. So it is our main goal, of course, to have more bookings, but also to keep our guests' loyalty, not only with us, but also with the association. So if you have any further questions, I'll be very pleased to assist you. But now we will leave the mainland, and we are going to head out to Madeira, to Casa Velha do Palheiro with Felisa.
Elsa, we have one question. It's a 2-part question. Part 1 was, is it a swimmable beach? Which of course it is. But are there chairs, umbrellas, and service provided by the hotel on the beach or by another service? Because I know when I've been there, I know you walk down steps directly to the beach. But
well, we don't have, it's here in Portugal, we call it the beach square, the concession. We don't own our own. Okay. There are several. I can tell you that the guests don't have any difficulty on finding a sunbed. Well, and also we have an agreement with the owners of the concessions here. So if the guests tell us that they want to go and rent a sunbed, we call the owners of the concessions and we take care of it. So it's not ours, but we do help with the service. And also here in the hotel, we have a beach basket with towels and water so the guests can take for the day. So we arrange everything.
Great. Thank you, Elsa. Okay. So,
Obrigada.
yes. So now we're heading on to Madeira.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Hope you're all fine. So I'm going to share my presentation now. Hope everyone can see it.
Yes. Just full, yeah. You just full. Oh, it just disappeared.
Sorry. Sorry.
No, that's okay.
So, okay now?
Yes, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. So, as my colleague said, we are located in Madeira Island. We have plenty of activities for you to do throughout the entire year, unique experiences, also events starting from Carnival until the fireworks on the New Year. So our hotel is located 15 minutes away from the city center. As you can see on the top of the image, you will find our harbor, and we are located 15 minutes away from our airport. We are surrounded by nature, as our destination is very well known for it. So our property has more than 200 years, but it was turned into an hotel since 1997. We have 5 different room types between the 38 room types that we have. So we also have a library where you can continue your reading during your journey, an afternoon tea, a bar, so you can enjoy a very tasteful Madeira wine before having dinner, a small meeting room. We have some activities also to do along the estate, croquet, tennis. Then we have our outdoor pool, of course, our sunbeds. This is an old picture. When we open in the 1st of August, everything will be within the requirements. Fitness room and our spa, which is powered by Ashoka. They are very well oriented to Ayurvedic treatments. So our indoor pool also, some facilities. Relaxation room, 4 treatment rooms. Inside the estate, we also have Pelero Gardens, which are one of the most well-known gardens here in the island. Here in this image, on the right side, you can see a house. It's where our owners live, which is the family, the Blandy family. A tea house, so you can enjoy homemade slice of cake and a cup of tea. We also have a chapel when we organize weddings. This chapel is in honor of St. John's, and it also has more than 200 years old. And we have a golf course. Here in Madeira Island, we only have 2 golf courses. One is the Pelero Golf Course. We also have a clubhouse with this unique view over the Funchal Bay. And here we are, our team is ready to welcome you and your guests from the 1st of August. Hope it was a very quick presentation. Hope you enjoyed. And if you have any questions, please just let me know. Thank you.
Thank you, Philippa. If anyone has any more questions, so as I mentioned, you can also email me. Let me, a question perhaps. Oh, thank you, Lisa. So we're going to, the drawing will not be actually until after the call, because the way we do it is I download the participant list and then I use a program to randomly pick a number. So it's completely on the up and up, I swear. But I will notify whoever wins the 14 days in Portugal. Yes, there is, yes, Ronnie, there is a drawing. It's going to be 14 days, 2 nights in each of these hotels with certain restrictions and blackouts, but it's going to be great. And I hope you all enjoyed this. And I think tell your colleagues, because we're going to do an identical webinar next week, because I know a lot of people could not get in because this was a very popular webinar. But thank you all for coming, and hope to see you all in person soon.
Thank
And
you,
yes, I will.
Thank you.
And I'll be emailing you all the link of the recorded presentation. Just keep in mind the link is only active for a couple days. So please, you can download it, the presentation, but if you don't download it quickly this week, then it won't be there anymore. Thank you.
Thank you. Obrigado.
Obrigado.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.